of the continuing saga of the German Reich. It's 1993 and it's the summer and we're in July. Here to report, we have made a few army reorganizations off camera. The Black Ice mod provides you with a large amount of different templates for different light divisions, and you need to, as far as I understand it, change them manually yourself. So I've done that with a few of them. That basically means introducing Czechoslovakian tanks, T-35s and T-38s, into the divisions. That will alleviate my deficit of Panzer IIs a bit. There's one division that actually got more Panzer IIs, so I haven't upgraded that yet. So that's one thing. I have strengthened before the war my light divisions. At least 3 of them. First, second and third. Did you know that, by the way, that when the game progresses and you change the templates, it changes the name to it? So actually the first Leichte Division can be called its 22nd, and with all these different templates it's terribly confusing, but since there's only 3 of them that needs to reorganize, I managed to clear that out pretty easily. But I also have 2 sorts of Panzer divisions that are kind of like my own universal. I actually deleted the first, second and third. No, I didn't. Here they are. I have unique first, second and third Panzer divisions. I wish I could use these fancy, unique icons on them with their own division insignia. That is very cool, but that would mean I would have to edit and pay army experience, which I have none left now, 3, to individually modify them, and I don't feel I can afford that, and there are no decisions and events that does it for me. So basically what I have is a more elite Panzer Division design 1939 that I've been using and upgrading in Spain with the 1st and 2nd Panzer Division that was there waging war. And now my 3rd regiment has 2 battalions of Panzer IIIs, which means I'll have 100 Panzer IIIs in each division. I am still running with the 2nd regiment with light tanks, Panzer Is and Panzer Is. Long term, I'm thinking getting rid of these tanks altogether and replace it with motorized and some mechanized infantry instead, and make it a 1 Panzer regiment division. But for now, this is the way it is. This gives me only an armor of 7.4 in theory. It's not a lot. I think everyone's gonna pierce that, almost even without having anti-tank guns. My only hope is that maybe some Polish division doesn't have anti-tank guns, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So basically, as far as I see it, early war tank divisions, I guess their main usefulness is that they have a high breakthrough value, which means they shield more incoming attacks from defending divisions when they attack. But certainly, as far as armor, they don't have a lot of armor value at the moment. I guess that is maybe for mid-war and late war, since that halves the hard attacks you do. Okay, so yeah, maybe this is just the same way in vanilla and the way it's intended, that armor comes into play a bit later into the game. Anyway, we shouldn't talk about that now. But anyway, you see I have 10 support companies, which is nice, and like I said, 2 medium battalions, with more to come. But that's all I can afford right now. That is my 39 Elite Panzer Division. The other one that I have created maybe 2 or 3 Panzer Division. I call it 1938 version. It's still a light icon, so there's only light tanks in them, but I replaced the 1st battalion of each regiment with Czech tanks instead of Panzer Is. Still, the armor isn't anything to write home about. They also have an armored car. Actually now, I don't, oh yeah, I have that on the 39 version too. Yeah, I enjoy fiddling around with these setups. But anyway, now when I unpause, I don't know if the pools are going to change, but I have a deficit of only 64 Panzer IIIs. I'm going to produce that fairly rapidly, 79 days it says. I have less of a deficit in Panzer IIs, and I think I used up quite a few of my Czech tanks that I got for free from annexing Czechoslovakia. It says I have a surplus of 234 units, but I have... Alright, so there will be a division reinforcement of 450 units and new deployment. Okay, so what I see here is what is in there in this very moment. So that's a lot, 900 tanks. But once I have sent 550 of them out to divisions, there's only going to be 234 left. Now, there's another thing here. I have an invisible tank called LTVZ-35, 500 of them stored. I don't think that gets included into the Czech tank battalion that you can assign to the template. Does it say what kind of tank? So I don't know if they are like for some event in the future, but they seem entirely meaningless. I can't access them. I can't do anything with them. Maybe I can build new ones. Anyway, they're there, but I don't know what to do about them. Let's see what happens. Maybe something will pop up. Otherwise I have to come back with that. Okay, that is the army. Oh no, actually I've done something else. I created 2 Panzer Corps. In the south we have the 1st Panzer Corps, the white one. Is that an army I see? No, it's 3 crosses, X's, so that's a Panzer Corps. That is under Erwin Rommel. He's gonna have the southern thrust into Poland, and in the north we have General Oberst Heinz Guderian, who has the 2nd Panzer Corps. Obviously I can't have A2 like that. They used Roman numerals on the Panzer Corps. The historical Panzer Corps had very weird, like 48, 46, our famous 56th Panzer Corps. Don't ask me why they had these strange Panzer Corps and designations. I think maybe they took over old cavalry corps from World War I, maybe. I need to Wikipedia that one of those days. But for ease of reference, I'm just calling it 1st and 2nd Panzer Corps here now in my little campaign. Kind of not so flashy, but easy to find and understand. And also I created a 4th army to defend the Slovakian mountain range down here. So I'm sending a few divisions on General Albert Kesselring is going to defend down here, and I realized I was out of supply in East Prussia, so I had sent too many infantry divisions here. There's a limitation to how much supply I can have locally here, since I'm not connected with the rest of Germany. So I'm moving out this fleet, actually it's on maneuver, and I'm sending back a couple of divisions, and then I decided to assign, just for the hell of it, a totally unknown, I believe, also maybe General Ernst. I haven't never heard of him. Maybe he's very famous or something. He's a level 1, but he's a logistic wizard. I think Rommel is that as well, but otherwise there are very few of them, and that might come in very handy maybe in the future in Russia. So I'm saving up, and maybe even though he's an old guard and it's going to take longer, 25% longer to increase his level, maybe I can level him up to 2 and get another trait and make him a really good out of supply 5% supply consumption, a logistic wizard, and have him as kind of as a field marshal. He would have lower supply consumption for the entire armies under him. Organizer. So anyway, it's a long-term investment. Maybe he'll get some experience, and one of those days I can give him 200 experience and make him level 2, like yada yada. I am a sucker for playing kind of unknown, low-level generals and trying to level them up. It's just that it's so incredibly slow to level up generals in Hearts of Iron. Maybe you have like one trait or one level in an entire up until mid-war, even early late war game. So it's not like you can hope to add 2 or 3 or even 4 traits. That I don't think that would happen. Then you would have to use them in Spain for a couple of years first and have him come up, and maybe you can have him gain 1 level in Poland, France, and then in Russia. Anyway, I'm going with a wizard, logistical wizard in East Prussia, because I like role-playing stuff like that. Then I noticed that I'm gonna get field marshals for free in August if I have the command power, which I don't. But basically, yeah, I talked about that in an earlier chapter. Yeah, so I removed those from general positions. They're not in command of any armies. So that's it for army organization for the summer of 1939. Obviously, only non-maximized divisions are training. Yeah, I ordered 2 more coastal artillery regiments, one for Oslo and one for Copenhagen, which has secured those for the Reich. A couple of more infantry divisions. With I gained like 19k Austrian, no, sorry, Czechoslovakian rifles, as I suspected, but I had no idea how many. So basically my deficit now, I think, is uniforms rather than handguns. So these new divisions are going to be equipped with Czech rifles. That's fine. That is the army updates I have to report for 1st of July 1939. But all of my air wings are exercising. Maybe, oh, they are at... Wait, is this the max level? This air wing cannot gain additional experience from pilot exercises. You know, I would love to have a pilot exercise option to turn it off once you reach... Ooh, hold shift and click enable to enable pilot exercise until air wing is fully trained. So, okay, these are all my air wings, right? Right, so I turn off exercise for all of them, and if I click shift, right, look, there's a little... I think this is a new feature. I don't recognize this. I don't think that was there when I played multiplayer a long time ago. So that means the only ones that starts exercising now are the ones on lower experience. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Vanilla, Hearts of Iron. I take back everything. We're friends again. This is an awesome feature. And so most of Luftwaffe is actually up to snuff in exercise. It's only Trained Crew 2, level 6, but it gives me... Right, I didn't know that. You lose 30% less experience over friendly territory. That's might be new, but it's cool. I get a little bit of, oh my god, air attack 1% and agility 2% gain from level 6. Alright, it's something. At least it gives me an opportunity when I start fighting to increase my experience level further from that. With that said, we will examine my Air Force pool. Yeah, I have 50 fighters laying around, so I guess I could increase... Either I create a new air wing. No, not gonna do that. That's just let's just increase this one, give it 50 more fighters. Sorry. The Navy is on maneuver as well. I sent every single ship I have, I think, out on maneuver. Okay. Yeah. Exercising, and I wonder, of course, naval exercises. If I turn that off, can I? No. The Navy doesn't have that option to use shift. Oh, it does. It does. It gives a red little circle, and I think that indicates that since I use shift, they will return to port after. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's hope that is how it works, because I rather prefer to exercise until they have the maximum level of experience and then return to port and save fuel. Talking about fuel, I found that you can see that my stock's going to be filled in 5.4 months. You can actually, you don't have to calculate it, you can just watch the tooltip and you'll see with the current influx of oil, I refine enough fuel to fill my... that is obviously less than 2 months when war starts, but I'm hoping I can still refill from Romania, maybe through Holland, and even starting buying oil from Russia, and fill up my current fuel stocks in 5 months. Okay, great! I found a new feature. Train until you have full experience. And with that, I believe... Oh no, there's one more thing to report. I examined not enough manpower equipment to fulfill our garrisons. Yeah, so I have garrisons now in former Czechoslovakia, in Prague, Pilsen and Brno, and they are complaining because I am lacking 113 radios. I think this means that I get a very tiny reduction in my maximum garrison because these divisions aren't fully stocked on equipment. So I'm not gonna bother about this tooltip, I'm just gonna notice it and hope that they are doing their job as a garrison. I also noticed that after a couple of weeks, after taking over, we have a resistance strength of 6%, 620, 620, 620. So the growth seems to be universal in the 3 provinces of Bohemia. Yes, Prague is a province of itself, a one province, one hex province, I guess you would call it. So, okay, that means I don't have any... Alright, yeah, I have a garrison coming to the... here. There you go. But the good part is that I also noticed that there is something called resistance to occupation. Yeah, there is something called compliance, which is growing. I have a 1 point something level of compliance. So there are like 2 factors, resistance and compliance. And I guess you need to keep the resistance below, and you get all these bonuses, and the territory will become more or less integrated and give you more and more bonuses. I also order police stations. Maybe that is only against partisans and slows down resistance growth. It doesn't say... Does it say resistance growth? But I ordered them anyways in these provinces, just because I need to learn these game features. But anyway, I'm doing something. I learned some about how the new system works. I think this is a lot of resistance features, so they're all new to me. I like the system, but it's a bit hard to understand. Yeah, I found the individual provinces here. It's a tab that you can fill out. And I'm a bit surprised I can't find... I don't have the same in Austria. It's just... yeah, they like being a part of Germany, I guess. So... change garrison division template for all occupied territories. So I could actually use... okay, I could set... oh, so I can make a dedicated division template for garrisoning. Yeah, that's not gonna happen right now. I have some plans for how I'm gonna garrison stuff, but yeah, it's not gonna happen now. So that's it. We are waiting for an alliance with Italy. Other than that, nothing. Let's go. We're off. Did supply... Yeah, supply issues in Königsberg, East Prussia disappeared. We are now at 29. We support 29.404, and we require 29.46, so we actually have a tiny amount of out of supply. But I feel that right now I have one division in each province and a coastal artillery regiment in Königsberg. This is what I'm gonna have. I mean, this is the you can't have more forces here without increasing the port size in Königsberg. Okay, fine. I just live with that. I'll just live with that. At least that annoying icon symbol tooltip disappeared. Supply is automatic in Hearts of Iron, but it's also quite hard to understand what is going on. There is like a supply throughput. Like for example here I have 6 ships, convoy ships, supplying me with 6.7 supply with a route efficiency of 100. And my local naval base limit is 15. I have area modifier, so minus 21. Maybe that is the infrastructure. You see how many different factors that calculates into the supply. So a good little practice repeat for me about how the supply system works in Hearts of Iron. Right, I now have new paratrooper equipment, which is, did I compare this before? It's a little bit, okay, yeah. The breakthrough is 50% higher, the defense is 50% higher, so this is, I mean, the values are very low, but the increase is very high. And it's gonna take, oh, that is the last of them, so definitely we are upgrading our paratrooper equipment production line, and to this, here it is. I have one factory on that, and we, oh wait, yeah, no variant here. You cannot do a variant. I could rename it though. How about Fallschirmsgewehr 42, FG52? Why don't they have an FG42 icon here? I'm very disappointed, much disappointed. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. Thank you. Yeah, only lost a little bit of efficiency there because it's the same category. Alright. Now, didn't I get some... Alright. Yeah, I got some artillery. Unfortunately, I think I already researched these because I got an research bonus to these. Silly me, but I definitely want... I think this is like the most common artillery piece in my entire army. It's the field Haubitz, 105 millimeter. A bit more breakthrough, a bit more defense, 30% more soft attack, and all this for the one more IC cost. Better reliability. All light artillery. Yeah, I got a same soft attack bonus. I don't know if it stacks and I get more and more, or if it's just the same. Anyhow, and it's gonna take until 42 until I get a new one. So obviously I want this in 2.5 months. Now, I have low manpower. We have very low manpower. Well, I have 650,000 recruits available to send into divisions. Is that what they call low manpower? There are, of course, a bunch of different recruitment laws and send people to the factories, take them out of factories, women in the workforce. There's a bunch of different ways to manipulate your manpower pool. But obviously, with an army of 1.5 million and only 600,000 recruits, we're barely gonna hit a bit of an army above 2 million people, soldiers, and also we have the Air Force and the Navy, which takes up a little bit of forces as well. So, yeah, what you gonna do? That reminds me. Yeah, what I would like to do is build more of those recruitment centers, which is a small but vital trickle of infantry every week. But for now, I'm building police stations, factories, infrastructure. I have radar, I have air and artillery and tank factories, I have uniform factories, but in the end I'm gonna build a few recruitment centers. So much to build so little capabilities. Now it suddenly takes 10 months. Yeah, that's because my air and navy, my navy is now using up a lot of fuel, obviously. Let's make it quick check again if there's oil I can buy. Oil. Colombia doesn't want to sell. Our trade influence is too low. Should I buy from Iran? Let's do that. Let's buy 6 oil from Iran. I don't get 8, so it's like I'm paying out of the nose for this oil. But it's a short-term investment, a month and a half. Then I have to turn all off. I can't do... You see, oh, these blue arrows here outside France, those are all my oil and rubber convoys. And obviously the UK and France are gonna wipe them off the map if I keep sending them during war. I can trade during wartime, but they will be heavily punished if I do. I'll be honest, I have no idea how my rubber situation is. I have no rubber saved up at all, so I guess my cars, truck production is gonna go bunkers when the war starts. So be it. You live the hard way. Okay. I upgraded operations. Now there is an operation called, what's it called, anti-partisan, root out resistant mission effects, 15%. Why don't we get one of those and see if that helps us with Poland and Bohemia. Maybe now is not a good time, but when is a good time to increase this? I have a feeling that if I run around and do fancy stuff, I'm never gonna get down to doing these boring art departments. So let's go with that one. As you can see, I have assigned 2 agents to, what's it called again? Anti root out resistance. Alright, so what is that? I think that helps me. Resistance target minus 10%. What does that mean? I don't know, but my hope is that it slows down the resistance increase in this area. Okay, so I get resistance target minus 10%. Obviously it's good, but how good? What does it affect? It's a bit unclear to me. 100% efficiency though, so yeah. So I took him back home from Sweden and the UK. probably gonna assign a third agent in Prague once my operations are done. My guess would be that these operations are very efficient if you have incredibly high resistance levels, and I have quite low here, so I'm probably wasting a bit of time just to learn the game here. Alright, new divisions. Oh, it's just a garrison. Do I want to send this? I think I'm gonna send this down to down here to Prague, etc. See, they have here's Dienststelle, which I think are like training institutions, and division stabs. So why would I use those? Are strange garrison names, but whatever. Okay, new divisions. Yeah, that's another thing. I am a bit worried that my French border, 2 divisions on each. I counted like 14 French divisions. Obviously, they have like 50, 60, maybe 80, 100 divisions. So are they gonna break through? I don't know. But now I'm reinforcing here in the west. Just a few more divisions behind the line, along with the SS reserve here. So, yeah, obviously I did not choose to fortify the west wall for 28 days, which would have given me 24 forts for free. No, 8 civilian factories, but that's quite cheap for 28 days. But anyway, I did not do this. Instead, I choose to ally with Italy. So I could have gotten quite a lot of forts instead. But that's another thing. I can do it later. And once the war moves across France, these forts are going to be useless. So I'm taking a chance. I'm gambling that I'm not going to need them, that my forces are going to be strong enough. But if we see French forces push into Germany from here, and I'm not strong enough to stop them, that's my own fault. I made a bad call. Should have waited with wooing Italy diplomatically and fortified my western borders instead. Well, you live and you learn, right? I have no idea how strong the French in vanilla. I think this would have been okay, and judging from the Spanish Civil War how static that front line was for 3 years, I am hoping this will be strong enough to. These are no pushover divisions. They are German divisions. Ought to be very nice ones. Great! We're in the 3rd of August. We need to take a short break here and check out the details. Italians may be untrustworthy, yeah. Kingdom of Italy gains German-Italian alliance focus. That is a focus? What is a focus? Is that... Oh, maybe that just opens up. Oh, okay. I think I did a bad call here. I guess now Italy have the AI of Italy has an opportunity to accept a German-Italian alliance. So this does not automatically create an alliance with Italy at this very moment. So again, I probably could have waited with the alliance with Italy focus. Bit of a support Italian claims. Zara, Giuliana, Flume. Yeah, that's not something I'm gonna do now. Okay. Well, I know what my next focus is gonna be. We're going to talk with the USSR by reasserting Eastern claims. It's only 7 days. This requires Anschluss, increases world tension a bit, gives me cores or claims on Memel, Gdynia and Poznan. I need 1.2 million. So that's what the game thinks I should have to start the war. I have 1.6. Okay, so might have misplayed my hand a little bit by asking Italy for this early alliance. Can you see in the diplomatic view what focus Italy is doing? Yes, if you have decryption that is high enough, which obviously I don't have on Italy since I have nothing here. Wow, if someone wants to tell me in chat where the Italian diplomatic options are and where the German... I was thinking maybe if I see Turkey or backstab Germany, that doesn't sound good. I'm thinking that Albanian occupation... I don't see anything about Germany here. I'll do this off camera and I'll check out where that German focus is, where they answer to my alliance. Maybe it's very far down, maybe it's very early, maybe I'm lucky and they answer to it immediately, or maybe I just wasted 2 months asking them. But I think I open up the door for a future Italian alliance. Maybe a bit too early, maybe I should have had Western forts instead. Who knows? This is the way we did it this time. Now I'm gonna remove low manpower because in my mind 640,000 is not that bad. Dutch East Indies is really not giving me a lot of oil. They are only giving me 4. That is not good enough. I'm not paying you one full industry for that amount. I wish I had better trade power with Colombia. That is something to think about for the next campaign, I guess. Along with 1,000 other details. So, how about I give the Soviet Union a few civilian factories? I just have to bite the bullet when it comes to this. 3 factories. There you go. Okay. Hopefully it's only temporary. Okay, instead of... yeah, I'm slowly giving them radio equipment. Maybe this will disappear. There's one thing I want to look at. I am now at limited mobilization. Remember I did this in an earlier chapter. Why wouldn't I go to a general mobilization now? Well, I don't think I can at the moment because there isn't enough world tension. Okay, if I am justifying a war goal, then I can do this. But if I could, no, I can't. So I cannot go to general mobilization, and I don't think there is a focus to do it, only to mobilize the Reich. But I saved 28 days by going, just paying the amount. It's pretty weird, the tree here. Maybe it's to support the AI to really do it, but solution for Danzig, yeah, that's how the war starts, I suppose, 7 days. So, did I forget anything? I would need a secretary to remind me, because there's so many things to think about. No, I don't think so. I think I'm doing okay. Let's go. It's only 1 month to war, or well, depending, or historically it's less than 1 month. Dispersed industry, that's a vital one. Let's do the industry first. Where is it? Oh, here's the Hessen industry tab. Yeah, that was the... Wait. Oh, yeah. This gave me so much more factory output. 16%. That's a lovely one. It's a major increase in, and then now I can have more factories in each state, 15% more instead of 12. So that, yeah. Good. Now, do I want to increase the amount of truck or Mac vehicle factories? No, 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 sorry. 20% is for basic fighter factories. You know what? This means I could build 5 more light aircraft factories. On the other hand, do I have the industry to do that in this very moment? Not really. I have 1,000 other things to build, so maybe this is not my main concern. However, I found this little technique here. Wood fire engines is gonna reduce my civilian fuel usage to 90% of its total. I've been looking around and I don't know where the civilian fuel usage is. I don't know what it does, but I guess 90% is better than 100%. So let's decrease civilian and is this, I think this is for, like, is it called carburetor for cars? You see what you put on the back of a car, and you can actually burn charcoal or wood in it, and actually, like, gengas motor, carburetor, whatever. I think this is for cars, wood fire engines for cars. That's what I'm gonna do in any case. Decrease civilian fuel usage by 10%. And what else? Did I just finished a air doctrine? Yes, I did. I don't feel I'm under any pressure to develop new models of airplanes, so this is probably gonna be another air doctrine. I could take naval strike torpedo tactics. It's not very important now with naval mission efficiency. Strategic bombing isn't very important, but 3% agility on my fighters, that is good. Interception detection is good, but that's a very long time into the future. I think I might go for air superiority 20% instead. Unless there is a chance to shave off a lot of that time very soon. Like, lessons from the Spanish, that's mountaineer tech. Let's see what you get from the Luftwaffe, which I think is over here. Yeah. Strategic air. No, we are not gaining any more support for Luftwaffe expansion. Okay, I get, yeah, 10% more research, but that's 56 days away. I'm just making sure that there isn't any, like, nice tech that gives me a lot of research bonus to this specific technology. I don't think there is. I mean, except that I get 10% here. But I think I'm gonna go with, do I wanna have 20% air superiority over France in 6 months? Hell yeah, of course, obviously I want, that's what I want. So whether I can shave a couple of days off by researching text, no, I'm just gonna go with this. Air superiority 20%. It's too good to not do immediately. Done my homework. Okay, I can now see that motorized divisions and panzer divisions have lost a lot of training because they because I'm changing constantly the template of the divisions, like taking out different battalions, yada yada yada, they obviously lose training and coherence, and I have to retrain them. But I mean, is it worth it? I guess. Oh, yeah. But all these divisions are fully trained. Okay, here's one that's not. Oh, two of them. I don't know why, but let's put them in the training army. This is my last chance to train before the war. So keep on training. Oh, that's another thing. Before war starts, you have to stop all your training. I'll tell a funny anecdote. It's not that funny. One multiplayer game, I think it might have been my first one or second, with this Swedish multiplayer group that played. We play one evening per week, a couple of hours from say 8 o'clock to midnight, 4 or 5 hours per night, and so a campaign, and we go very low speed. So a campaign can take months to complete. And I sit patiently and develop and try to learn the game, because this is like way back in time, many years, and there's hardly any downloadable content, any DLCs, any expansions for the game. And I'm asking some questions, yada yada yada. Okay, so I have a lot of experience playing Hearts of Iron 3, and I try to do that. So training, I don't think that existed in that previous version. So my army is lined up here behind the Dnieper or wherever, and then all of a sudden I see German panzers have just pushed through and encircled like most of my army in, you know, what felt like seconds to me. That was probably days or weeks, but I didn't notice. And the reason was that I had entire 24 division armies on training, which means they have like 10% of their max organization, which means they break in combat quite quickly, for anyone that's not aware how this system works. So I was training happily along the river while we were fighting, and I was stopping the Germans everywhere. I was very happy with my river defense, but he just walked all over me, and I lost the campaign, and that was my fault. So I kind of screwed a month-long project in a multiplayer group with 8 to 10 people because I did not turn off training. So I'm gonna tie a bow around my finger and try to remember to do that. It's not a major problem with my fleet, but yeah. Oh, here's another one. I need to start giving offensive orders so that I plan. Right? I can do that in peacetime, can't I? I don't have military access. What happened? Am I still walking in here? I thought I was reinforcing. Wow. What the hell am I doing here? I'm just gonna send this division. Okay, this is my first army. I can give them a frontier. So apparently they are fighting in this area. Now they're gonna start move around, and the AI is gonna say that I want more divisions here and I want more divisions there. But the only way I can gain an attack bonus is if I do this. I wish I could tell them to stay put where you are, but do plan an offensive. There is a workaround with that, but I can't be arsed to do it. So we'll just make a new offensive line here. It doesn't really matter where you put up your offensive goal. It's what I'm out for is the planning preparation bonus. And obviously the front line here is gonna be all the way down to where the other army takes over. Now these will all be red because my Polish armies are all red. I could make this army, for example, not blue, but I could make it the yellow army, and then I would have a yellow front instead. Ooh, that's hideous. That is hideous. Yeah, they are. It's the red. It's Army Group B. It's red. Okay. Their offensive line obviously is going to be from Danzig all the way down to here, trying to break down out and encircle the Poznan area and reach Warsaw. So that's my 3 infantry armies. What's happening with this? Why aren't these guys walking? I thought I gave them orders. Actually, what I do is I'm just gonna give them an order to defend Bohemia, and I do think that they now will, on their own accord, actually, yeah, start relocating strategically from wherever they are down here and set up. I have a month to do this. I should probably have organized my armies even better before, but at least it's not. I'm not doing this in war. Do I want offensive preparations in the west? No, I'm happy with that. What about my 1st Panzer Corps? Time for them to. Can I arrange a front line? Like, where do I want to break through? Is that an open ground province? Yeah, it is. It's been a while since I played Hearts of Iron, and I never played Black Ice like this. And judging from the Spanish Civil War, it's going to be really hard to break through the lines. So I don't want to go through the forest. So I think I'm going to focus the entire 1st Panzer Corps right here and head towards Kalich. This is the way, if you want them in one province specifically, you do a 1 province defensive line. And then I do a spearhead into here, actually up there. I think, usually you can just walk right over the Polish armies all the way to Warsaw and you don't have to care about anything. But now I think I'm actually gonna bother a bit and do an encirclement in Poznan and play it a bit more safe. Right? And the 2nd Panzer Corps is gonna break through here at Bromberg. Okay. I'm gonna train my troops. Yeah, I think they'll get back most of their organization if I stop training like a week before the war starts. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I actually deployed armies, created them, put in the leaders, put out orders for them, prepared offensive preparations, joint training proposal from Peru. I will get army and air experience, of course. We're gonna go a little bit more. Then we're gonna take a short break, and I'm cutting up these parts in different videos, so maybe I'll just stop the stream and restart the stream immediately just to get it in different YouTube movies. Okay, I reasserted the Russian eastern claims. And now let's ask the Soviet Union if they think it's a good idea to enter into a pact with me. Yeah. 21 days, so we're a bit late, but not that much, 1 week or so. Okay, my destroyer guns. Memel, Lithuania falls, so did I get... Is that Memel? I think I got Memel from Lithuania. Yep, here it is. Great! Free province. Destroyer, artillery, ready. I'm not gonna make any new destroyers now. I can... Oh, these tech trees are so long. What I could do is... For 50 naval power, I could save a couple of days for medium artillery. Why is that the only one? I could start researching advanced steam turbines. What else do we have? Naval? I don't think there's anything here. Oh, invasion ships, landing crafts. Am I crazy doing this? How often am I gonna use land? It's Norway, basically. If I have anything else, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I might as well start on advanced hulls on submarines. Yeah, that's probably a good thing to do. That's probably a very good thing to do. We are not that much away from... you know what? Let's do that. We're gonna research advanced submarine hulls. Thank you. Mammal. Again, what I need to examine is, do I need to change anything here in all these laws and policies and government? Oh, what's this? Open subjects view. Alright. So here's my protectorate Slovakia. We don't have any governments that are collaborating with us. Click to manage your occupied territories. Okay. Oh, these are new to me. And look, no more unrest here, down here. But it's 10% now, resistance. And 12% and 16% here. So resistance is really growing quickly. Whereas, what's it called again? Compliance is only on 4%. Wow. And I removed all... no, I guess these guys count as a garrison in this province, Moravia, because they're standing over here. Yeah, I don't fully understand, but what I can tell is that my resistance strength is increasing, but so is my compliance level. What is 5%? That is the compliance strength. The growth depends on... I don't know what. Maybe you can have resistance and compliance at the same time. Yeah, obviously you can, but like my compliance is gonna increase and I get more production over time. That I really like. It takes time to take over an area before you can use its full production abilities. Like in vanilla, you grab a territory, you get full production bonuses from it immediately. Even though they're reduced, it's just you don't have to repair broken war damage or anything, or even wait for them to like set up a wartime government like I'm doing here. So this is a very nice realistic feature. And I guess the goal might not be to get rid of resistance, but just fight it constantly. Maybe it's not a one-time fix. These are occupied provinces like Poland and the Soviet Union will be. I just have to live with that. They're never going to be claims or core provinces of Germany. That's my working theory. I wish I would know though if I have enough garrisons. I mean, all they are complaining about is that they lack radios and artillery. They want artillery to fight, I don't know, Czech students putting up posters, whatever. Obviously, I should use garrison troops for this. But these are my coastal garrisons. Those are not my military police. Well, I'll check if cavalry might be the best suppression unit in the game. I haven't checked that yet. I know militia is about as good as infantry and garrisons. The only reason garrisons would be better is because it's cheaper than infantry, I suppose. But I haven't examined cavalry yet. Usually they are very good at suppression and partisan fighting. That is an off-camera research project I will have going. We invented commercial plastics, and do you remember why we did that? It's a chain. I hardly do, but maybe you do, dear viewer. It's because we get lack of resources penalty. Okay. Well, that's gonna come in handy when I can't import rubber any longer. But I think the point was that now I can do the chemical industry here. And the chemical industry gives me, well, it's faster to build refineries, which I'm sure will come in handy very, very soon when I in panic try to construct more refineries. But also I get more supply. So why haven't I, yeah. Okay, so this helps me build refineries. And obviously there is probably a research chemical industry. Okay, sorry. Expand industry. No, no, okay. We have a bunch of those decisions over here. This one gives 15% generic bonuses on synthetic resources. So that's probably not one I'm wasting. How about this one? No. No. Okay, so that's another 15% generic one. So if I don't think I'm missing out on any potential research bonuses by researching this now. So let's do it. Yay! I wish I could prepare this before I stream and do the video, but there's such a huge amount of different synergies and bonuses that I can't hold it all in my mind, and there are constantly coming new ones that I couldn't have foreseen. So these videos just gonna, this is kind of a tutorial, learn to play first time Black Eyes mod gameplay video. If you mind that, this is not for you. Send China their equipment weapons. I don't remember agreeing giving China weapons, but okay. I gave weapons to China for X reason. Okay, I can promote 3 field marshals. It's gonna cost 50 command power, but what I hope is that they don't lose any skill level. Because if I promote a leader manually, I think he loses. Maybe that's just temporary for a month or 6 months or something. But this I hope is immediate, and it's an event, field marshal promotions. So let's do that. I'll need them in good field marshals. That's all my command power. We're getting very close to war now. Field Marshal promotion. It's a Hearts of Iron GFX pending. Oh, I guess it means there is no picture of this yet. And just as my 3 leaders are going to be promoted to Field Marshals. And it's historical. And now, for example, Heeresgruppe B here, maybe I don't want an old Austrian. Now you see, they well, was he a skill 3 leader before? I think so. I think he was skill level 3. I can't remember, but I'm certain Rundstedt and Bock was skill level 4, so I did not lose any. I didn't lose any skill level, and now I can give them, because I did not assign any traits, I can give them field marshal traits. Maybe I could have anyways, but he has 3 remaining trait slots. He has 3 remaining trait slots to assign, and so does. He has only 2 left because he's 1 level. But I don't want him leading an army now. He was leading the coastal garrison army, or the garrison army. That's not gonna be the case any longer. We're gonna have a nice defensive leader for our coastal command, and it will be not Henrici, because he's a fortress buster. That's an offensive trait. Obstfelder, he's a ranger. That's not what I'm looking for. Falkenhorst is for the cold north with winter attrition. Strauss is also a ranger. I guess we could pick Strauss. Dietel is for Norway. Reichenau is for artillery. What's this? Urban Assault Specialist. Oh my god, that's a new trait. Or at least the medal is new, or at least he's gonna have the Sturm divisions. Cool. Wiedling. Lucht. Artillery. Artillery seems to be quite common. Böhme. He's a commando, mountaineer. Another ranger. Ranger is not an uncommon trait in the. I'm sure these generals are not the same in vanilla. There are more of them. Another. Okay, let's just go with Straube. He looks very determined to be the commander of the coastal garrisons. Sorry about that. In vanilla, there's only a few leaders with traits, so it's kind of important where you place them. Here, in the German leader pool, in the mod, you have a plethora, a large amount of different trait leaders, so it doesn't really matter that much which one you use where, I suppose. Infantry training techniques. Yes. Okay. That's the first one, or was that the second one? If it was the second one, which I can't remember, I will be very excited. Now you wonder, what do you mean the first or the second one? Yeah, this is the German doctrine tree for World War II. Yeah, it was the first one, which means I get more experience when I train. So in the future, I already trained the major part of my army, so it's kind of late to have it. But in 250 days. Shoot! I wish I could do this faster, but I don't think I can. In 250 days, all my infantry is gonna get 10% more experience in combat. That is probably for France or Russia, but heck, I'll take it. There we go. So now we got training experience. What's this? Missing equipment, interceptor. Yeah, I don't care. Chinese weapon deal. Oh, that's a good thing I look at that, because that's, I don't know where that came from, the Chinese weapon deal. Gonna have a new diplomatic effort. You have to click this over and over and over again, but it doesn't cost anything, I think. Right. Where is the Chinese weapon deal? Can you see it? Because I sure can't. Diplomatic efforts. No. How can this time out? Event or decision? Next events and decisions are about to time out. 11 days left. Am I missed? Oh, here is one. No? Yeah, where is it? Oh, I did not click OK. I just closed it. No, hid it. Yeah, because I wanted to see what that did. But I need to do this. Okay. God damn it. It's just crazy complicated, this game. Hey my friend, how's your day going? Yeah, it's great, Tomatzio. It seems you understand this mod more. Yeah, I'm learning slowly. But the mod it's quite overwhelming to learn, as you can tell, compared to the vanilla version of the game. But I really enjoy it. You should try it. Hope you liked the stream. If you have any questions, just post it in the chat. I'll just have to tell you that I'm not watching the chat while I'm playing. When I'm in game, I don't see my streaming software, so it might take a time before I tab out and see the chat messages. But feel free to ask anything. In these days, I'll try the. Yeah, you should try the mod. It takes forever to play. It's very hard to learn. I guess Germany is not the easiest nation to learn, but obviously it's a fairly easy nation to play because it's a very strong nation. But it's overwhelming because you have everything and you have so many research slots and different leaders, etc, etc. But I really am enjoying it. Try it out and let me hear what you think about it. Alright, 6 days. We're gonna be in 1st of September, and we're gonna have our answer from the Soviets if they feel. I guess they could refuse the pact, but I have a very hard time thinking that the AI would ever do that. I don't think the AI does it ever. But in multiplayer, obviously a human opponent could refuse the pact and say, no, we're gonna go to war over Poland early. Usually you have house rules that forbids that in a multiplayer campaign. Okay, now I can order more infantry divisions. It has a cost of 10 PP. Yeah, but that PP buys me 20% equipment and a training level 6. So I don't have to train it, and I get some industrial resources. So I guess political power is a spendable resource, and I'd rather have 20% equipment than PP. Good. And I'm gonna send that into my training army. Who's this division? Hello. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Details. Okay. So I guess it's gonna be a while before I get my answer. Probably a couple hours only, but I might as well start what I think is going to be. Let's read. A solution for Danzig. I needed 1 million in the field. The effect due to our recent 84 days ago territorial expansion. Finishing this focus will increase the Allied anger generated by 3. Alright, so since I took Czechoslovakia, the Allies get more angry. But Gdynia has to be Polish. Danzig has to be Polish. And what happens? United Kingdom, French Republic, Australia, and 16 others get updated Allied anger effect and gets the event a solution for Danzig. So I guess the entire Western Allies now is gonna get an event that says a solution for Danzig, and they're gonna say, am I going to go to war and protect Poland or not? It's not quite clear, but my best guess is that this is Germany demands Danzig, and the Allies, since it's AI, they're gonna refuse it and say no, and war starts. And that's in 7 days. So we start that, and now it's high time to stop training at least our frontline divisions. Nah, let's do it when war starts. Who knows? It might be delayed. Actually, you know what? This is a very good time for some dinner break, and stack up on provisions for the war. And I'll do a little bit of off-camera reconnaissance and see if I have missed something, and maybe read up on a few things that I'm unsecure about. And probably later tonight I'm gonna do another part in this series. Thank you so very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're watching this in the future on YouTube. And hope you like the content. Feel free to ask any questions since I have 1 or 2 viewers now. And see you later. Bye for now. Sorry, have you changed the divisions icon, or it's a mod feature? You have a bunch of unique division icons. I'll show you in the next stream. See you later.